includes subject-verb agreement and synonyms and antonyms, right? By subject-verb agreement, we mean that the subject of a sentence must agree with the verb. So, if the subject is plural, the verb must be plural. And if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular, right? This is what we mean by subject-verb agreement, right? Okay. So the key essential thing in subject-verb agreement to know is to know your subject, whether your subject is singular or plural, and to identify your subject, right? So before going through this, we have to know what actually a subject is, right? So subject is the word in a sentence which performs an action, right? This word can be the name of a person, it can be the name of thing, or it can be anything, right? So subject is someone or something that performs an action. This is one identification of subject. The second identification of subject is that it must, or it may be the topic of a sentence, right? It may be the topic of a sentence. For example, if I say David is a doctor, so David is a doctor, we see no action here, so we don't see any performer of action, but still we have a topic, and the topic is David. So David is a doctor, David is the topic of a sentence, of this sentence, and that's why we call David as subject, right? So that's how you can identify a subject, right? And it is not necessary for subject to always come in the beginning of a sentence, right? Subject can come at the end of a sentence, subject can come anywhere in the sentence. You just need to identify it, right? Okay, so the first statement is the key to the doors dash on the table is, are, both A and B, and none of these. Okay, so first of all, look at the statement. The key is our subject. The key to the doors dash on the table. Now, is the key singular or plural? The key is singular. You don't have to look at this, the doors. The doors is not our subject. Our subject is the key. The key. So the key is singular, so we need a singular verb, and it is definitely A. The key to the doors is on the table. If you change the sentence a bit, if you write it like this, the keys to the door is singular, the keys is plural. So the subject becomes plural, so you need are there. But we have a singular subject, so we need is here, right? Okay. Remember, whenever you get all of, most of, each of, and expressions like that, right? So you have to look at the noun that is following these expressions. So if the noun is plural, the verb should be plural. And if the noun is singular, the verb should be singular. Right? Now, all of dash was interesting. Now the verb we have got is singular. The verb is given, so you need to write a subject here. So you definitely need a singular subject because we have got a singular verb. So all of, and remember, after all of, we need to use the article, the definite article there. So all of books, book, the book, and the books. So we need a singular subject, and singular subject is the book, not book, okay, because we need a definite article. So all of the book was interesting is your right answer, right? C. Behind the house, dash the bicycles I wanted, right? Okay. Now, behind the house, dash the bicycles I wanted. Our topic is bicycles, right? I wanted the bicycles that dash behind the house. I wanted the bicycle that are, that was, that were, and that is, right? Now, if you look at the tense is past, so we need a past verb, and we need a past plural verb because the bicycles is plural, right? It's plural, so we need a plural verb. Behind the house are, no, because it's past. Behind the house was, no, because it's plural, so we need a plural verb. Behind the house were the bicycles I wanted, right? And this cannot be possible. The number of COVID-19 patients dash increasing due to carelessness. Okay. Whenever you get the number, so after it, the verb that you are going to use has to be singular, right? When you get the number and then noun, so it's singular. But if you get a number and then noun, so you have to use plural verb, right? After the number, you need singular verb, and after a number, you need plural verb, right? So the number of COVID-19 patients has been, have been, are, and is getting. Okay, is getting is not possible because after is getting, you need third form of the verb. And here we have got increasing, the participle verb, so D is not right. Then if you look at are, the number of COVID-19 patients are. So as we already said that when the number comes, we use singular verb. When the number comes, we use singular verb. So we have to find out a singular verb, and it's plural, so it's not possible. The number of COVID-19 patients have been, according to this explanation, we don't use plural, we use singular. So have is again plural, and it's also wrong. And the number of COVID-19 patients has been increasing due to carelessness. A is the right answer, and this sentence is also right. A number of students, now you see we already talked about the number and a number. Now we have got a number. So after a number we need plural. A number of students is taking, no. Have taking, after have we need ing form, the past participle form of verb, the third form of the verb, and it's have. So no, it's present participle, so it's wrong. And then a number of students are taking online classes, the right, because it's plural, right? A lot of nonsense. Now again, if you look at a lot of, after a lot of, if you get plural noun, so you will need a plural verb. If you get singular noun, you will get singular verb. But if you get non-countable nouns, uncountable noun or non-count nouns, again you have to use singular verb, right? Singular verb after non-count nouns. So nonsense is a non-count noun. Lot of nonsense. Dash published about that incident. Are, no. Were, no. Is, yes, because it's a singular, right? David and Lisa agreed that you and I dash capable of doing this. We have coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, right? We have got 7. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, right? And is also one of the coordinating conjunctions, right? So when and comes between two nouns, it makes them plural. It makes them what? Plural, right? So you is one and I is the second. So you and I, like you, I are joined by and. So it means we have got a plural subject. Plural. So David and Lisa agreed that you and I are, am, or was. You and I am is not possible. Why? Because you and I has become plural and we need a plural verb. Am is a singular verb. Not possible. Was is again singular, so we don't need to use was here. Are is plural, so it's definitely the right answer. David and Lisa agreed that you and I are capable of doing this. Okay. Now, we don't know whether the tenants or the owner is responsible. Okay, again we've got or. Right? So whenever you get or, you have to use singular verb, but it depends on the subject, right? So if you have a singular noun, then or, and then plural, so you have to use a plural verb, right? If you have a plural noun and then or, and then singular noun, so you have to use a singular verb, right? And if you have singular noun, then or, then singular noun, then again singular verb, right? Okay. So if you look at this statement here, the tenants is plural, the owner is singular, right? So we don't know whether the tenants or the owner is, are, were, and none of these. So the second subject that we have got is the second noun that we have got is singular, owner. So we need a singular verb. Is the right answer, right? Okay. The original copy as well as the photocopies dash your signatures. Remember, we have got two types of phrases. Restrictive phrase and non-restrictive phrase. The same is with clauses, restrictive clause and non-restrictive clause, right? A restrictive phrase is a phrase which is essential to the subject, which is essential to completing the meaning of subject. And non-restrictive phrase is the one which is additional, extra, unnecessary information about the subject, right? If you remove it, the sentence will still give meaning, right? So we have got the original copy, dash your signature, required. Suppose the right answer is required, right? So the original copy, now read it without it. The original copy requires your signature, no problem. The original copy as well as the photocopies require your signature, no problem, right? So even if you don't use this, if you remove it, the sentence will still give meaning. So it means that as well as the photocopies is a non-restrictive phrase, right? Now, if you get a non-restrictive phrase, the verb will agree with the actual subject, not with the non-restrictive phrase, right? So the original copy that we have got is singular, right? And in non-restrictive phrase, we have got photocopies, which is plural, but our verb will agree with the first subject, not with the non-restrictive phrase, right? So the original copy is singular and it needs singular verb. If you look at the word require, so require is the base form of the verb. And if you've got requiring is the ing, the participle. Requires is the singular verb, and that is the right answer. So C is actually the right answer. Okay, Lisa, dash this to David, please. Remember, when we talk about noun, we have got different cases of noun, right? We have got vocative case. What is a vocative case? Vocative case is the case in which we address a noun, right? We address a noun, right? So what is the structure? The structure is you use the noun, then you add a comma, then you use the base form of the verb, and then you have the rest of your sentence, right? Now, the noun that we have got is Lisa, right? And then we have got a comma, Lisa, and then we need the base form of the verb. And here we have give as the base form, gives as the first form, give as the second form, and none of these, right? So what we actually need, we need the base form of the verb. Lisa, give this to David, please. Vocative case of noun. Remember, in vocative case of noun, you address a noun. So now we are addressing here Lisa. We are addressing her. Lisa, yes, give this to David. So, give is the right answer. Okay. Now coming towards the synonyms and antonyms and the vocabulary part, you have got word-enology, right? This is word-enology. By word-enology, what you actually mean is that you will have two words on left side and two words on right side. What you need to do is, first of all, you have to identify the relation between the first pair, right? Identify the relation, right? This relation can be synonym, antonym. This relation can be hyponym. This relation can be hypernym. This relation can be polysemic relation. This relation can be cause and effect relation. And there are many other relations that you can get, right? So, the relation that you identify here, you have to implement the same relation over here, right? For example, if you get good here, right? Good. And if you get awesome here, good and awesome are synonyms, right? And you got, suppose you got zenith here, right? Zenith. Now, good and awesome are synonyms, right? So you have to find the same relation over here. So we definitely need the synonym of zenith, right? So you can get like epics, right? So that's how you're going to complete this analogous pair, right? So if you look at this, sun, nuclear, dash, extended. We've got two concepts of families, nuclear family and extended family. A nuclear family is a separate family, and extended family is a family where you live in like a joint family, right? Where your cousins, your other uncles and aunts, they are also living with you. So, if you look at this, son is part of the nuclear family, right? So, who is the part of extended family? Father? No, because father is in the nuclear family. Mother? No, because mother is also in the nuclear family. Daughters? No, because daughters are also in the nuclear family. Cousin is in the extended family, right? So C is the right answer. Okay. Meager is farthest in meaning to the word. Now, meager is small quantity, right? Meager means small quantity, right? So, is farthest in meaning, means opposite in meaning. So you've got kind, generous, thoughtful, and copious, right? Kind, generous, and thoughtful are quite easy words, and they do not have any relation with the word meager. We've got copious. Copious means large amount, abundant, right? So meager and copious are antonyms, so D is the right answer. Negligent is someone who is not taking proper care over something, right? Most nearly means the synonym, right? We have a very visible word here, careless, right? So negligent and careless. Colossal is most opposite to easy, tiny, graceful, or roof, right? So colossal means big, right? And tiny means small. So B is the right answer. Okay. Lugubrious. Lugubrious is most opposite. Now lugubrious means gloomy, sad, right? So we have got quick, cheerful, salubrious, and dry. Quick and dry are easy. Salubrious means hygienic, health-giving, clean, and lugubrious means sad, upset, right? So what is the possible answer? B is definitely the right answer, right? Okay. Which word is most dissimilar in meaning to the word rebel? Rebel means mob, a disturbed gathering, right? Now, where there is no order, people are in a taking mood, right? People are in mood of take a place or take someone, right? Order is dissimilar. So, A is the right answer. Select the word that is farthest in meaning to the word ephemeral, right? Now we have got ephemeral. Ephemeral means temporary, transient, right? Temporary, something which is not permanent. Mysterious, impolite, long-lasting, and exciting. If you look at the word long-lasting, so long-lasting is something not temporary, right? Which lasts for a long time. And ephemeral is something which lasts for a short time. So C is the right answer. Okay. Onerous is most dissimilar to onerous. Onerous means difficult, right? Something which is difficult, very heavy to understand. Yeah, so we have got easy as a very easy answer. Sagacity is most dissimilar. Sagacity means intelligence, right? Prudence. So, incredulity, belligerence, stupidity, and tolerance. Definitely stupidity, right? Okay. Grandiloquence is nearest in meaning. Grandiloquence means a boastful appearance, right? Pretentious appearance, right? We have got respect, denial, solemnity, and bluster. Bluster also means to boast, right? So, nearest word in meaning to the word grandiloquence is bluster. Thank you very much. Let me know if you have any problem in the comment box.